Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Prismata. It's a strategy card game. I know that they're kind of like, oh, this is not really a card game, it's all these other things, but it's the fundamentals of the game is that it's a card game where you build a deck, kind of, sort of, but there's a lot of strategy involved and a lot of sort of movement, if you will. There's kind of a real-time strategy angle to it. It's currently in early access. It is by Lunark Studios. Just in full disclosure, I received a key for this game from the developers, so just keep that in mind as we're going here. I wanted to point out before, I don't usually go into the options menus and stuff, but I wanted to point out something a little bit different about this game. Under the options, you actually have, they have some streaming options here where you can adjust the empty space in the game board so that basically what you can do is you can set a space where no icons for no information around the game will show up so that you can put your face cam there. They even have a green screen mode too, so they can kind of, you know, put a few things in there, but nothing crazy. So it's kind of interesting to see, you know, we're seeing games now with fully embracing the streaming thing where you can kind of move things around, the UI will move around to accommodate your stream. Right now, even on their main page here, you can see any live Twitch streams. I wonder if they have, no, okay. They, unfortunately aren't tracking like Mixer or anything like that. It doesn't look like, but it's you got their live Twitch streams here and all that stuff. So you can go see people live doing their thing, and it's kind of nice that they're embracing that whole ecosystem. I just kind of wanted to give an attaboy for that. Now, this is early access, and as such, not all the game is here yet. There is apparently going to be some kind of shop with shards and whatnot. I don't know if it's going to be free to play ever. I remember I picked up a game that was like, it was going to be pay for during early access, but then free to play. I don't think this is the one. I'm not sure. So you'll have to just kind of do your own diligence on that. Right now, it's currently $24.99 on Steam. So with that said, it is there is single player. There is also like I think a multiplayer battle thing, but I don't know if that's actually implemented yet. I haven't tried it. No, this is this all is single player. It looks like versus computer versus friends. Okay, so they might have some of it in here. I don't know if it's in the early access yet or not, but it is something that they're working on. I'm going to, since I'm forever alone, I want to play the campaign. There is a full single player campaign going on, and there are several episodes. You have to complete episode 1 to get to it. Episode 1 is mostly a tutorial, but there's also story cutscenes. The story cutscenes are kind of almost visual novel-esque, except, you know, without choices, you know, do A or do B, at least none that I've encountered yet. But they do sort of give you the background of what's going on and kind of tie together all the missions. Also, don't adjust your TV screen. This video that's playing on this page is very low resolution. You can see how blocky and artifacty it is. So that's not your device doing that. That is literally how it looks in the game right now. Let's go into episode 1 Outbreak. I've done 3 of them off camera just to kind of get a feel for what's going on. I'm not going to retread these. Instead, we're going to move on to Omega Factor and see where we go here. The basic story at this point is that there's been a machine uprising. You're on a planet out in somewhere, and it's relatively quiet. You're a a specialist that deals with being able to control robots, and all of a sudden the worker bots in the colony start to revolt and start to try to kill people. And now you're trying to figure out what's going on. We're still in the early stages here where we don't know quite what's going on yet, but it's the attacks have begun. So Swade and Logan visit the laboratory to review the progress of the software autopsies to meet with Director of Research and Development from Centauri Robotics. They hope to learn why their headquarters was attacked by a swarm of malicious military robots. That's paragraph right there. Pretty much brings you up to speed to where to what's going on so far. They're still trying to figure out what's happening. So we're in the research district. Centauri is I believe the planet's name as well, if I'm not mistaken. You won't like this. This day started out so well, nothing could possibly spoil it for me. The Alliance is claiming federal jurisdiction on this one. In fact, they've already interviewed the guy from Centauri Robotics and sent him away. They can't do that. As a matter of fact, we can. Oh. A new character arrives to fanfare. So they do this little inset when the characters are introduced, which is kind of nice. Gives you like a little background on them, what their ancestry is, their education, and their most recent search queries, like weather in Centauri. Centauri, by the way, is a tidally locked planet where one half of the planet is always in sunlight and the other half is always in darkness. And of course, you're on the planet that's always in sunlight and all that stuff. So just to give you a little bit more background there. Swade, we've met before. Glad to see that you're safe and well. What gives you the authority to take over? The law. Right to the point, I guess. Something that person in your occupation is expected to know. The law says that Centauri is autonomous. We handle our own problems here. We don't need the Alliance messing with our investigation. For all I know, you guys could be here to burn the evidence. The Alliance is concerned. The robots in your jurisdiction have committed multiple violations of the non-aggression protocols. Cygnus sent you. Yes, General Augustus has given me clearance to do anything necessary to keep the situation under control. Well, that's very kind of him. Logan isn't Cygnus kind. Logan isn't Cygnus kind. Not just kind of kind, but very kind. The sarcasm switched on really quickly there. There's no time for your acrimony right now. The threat needs to be contained. I need this laboratory to transfer all relevant files to the Alliance's central analysis team. I've also ordered Centauri Robotics to disable all robot communications over their network. I'm heading over there to ensure they comply. Fine. If you need me, I'll be back at headquarters drinking coffee and short-selling Centauri Robotics stocks. Bye, Swade. Dude, is she gone? Logan, you just met her. You don't need to say it. It's not that, it's just... I keep losing to someone in Astro Shock Arena with the username Captain Iravani. I think it's her. Oh, really? You think she plays Astroshock? If you're thinking of inviting her into the guild, no. Well, I don't even know if it's her yet. Where do you know her from anyway? Did you just hear an alarm? Huh? Oh no. Cams are showing a massive swarm of gunboats in downtown Centauri. Where are they coming from? I like that open mouth look on his face. You figure that out. I'll deploy a counterforce. Let's make sure we have a nice fat army set up before they get here. Alright, now we're going to start the game proper here. We got our mission objectives: deploy at least 15 drones, deploy 3 blast forges, and assemble an army and defeat all the waves of invading enemy gunboats. This will be an interesting... This should show you pretty much a lot of stuff going on in the game here. We also have a communication. Are you just going to deploy your forces right here in the lab? Movement costs time. The standard operating procedure is deploy forces first and ask questions later. Well, it looks like you have a few minutes until I get here. Nice. That means I'll be able to assemble a big swarm of drones to help with construction. So the other thing to note is there is a turn counter. There have been objectives in previous missions where it's like optional, beat it by turn 10 or whatever, but You know, I'm not trying to rush my way through it at any point. Over here, we've got the different cards that you can do. Each of these cards has an effect on the playing field. Down here, we've got the different resources that you need. So if you're thinking StarCraft, these would be like, you know, your crystals and things like that. So you got energy. Bohemium are things that are generated by, so energy is generated by engineers. It's discarded at the end of the turn, so you have to, you know, still have to have engineers to generate for the next turn. Bohemium is an ore that is used to pay for some of these robots here and some of these walls. So this wall costs 5 gold and 1 bohemium, and Steel Splitter is 6 and 1, and then the Omega Splitter is 15 and 3. All of these are basically anything that does any kind of damage or blocks damage pretty much requires this for the most part. There are a few there's a few exceptions to that rule. The Blast Forge is what gives us Bohemium, so by deploying that we get some of that for our turn to spend on other things. And the drone also the drone gives us gold, but it costs, so it costs 3 gold to do one and 1 energy to do a drone. That's where the engineers come in. The engineers give me energy. So this turn, if I had the gold, which I will, I can only deploy 2 drones because I only have 2 energy to do it. And I have none of this here, so no Blast Forge, so I don't have anything. I can't do a wall or any of these down here because I can't afford the cost of them. So that's kind of how this works a little bit. Now the game has a click and drag, a swipe, I should say, a swipe maneuver that you can do. So basically I want to activate all 8 of these. So I just hold down the left button and just drag across, and I can do that. That gives us, as you can see up here, these are 3 things we can afford because we have 8 gold. Gold estimate is how much gold will be available next turn. This is optional. I turned this on in the options just so I could see it, but it just gives you an idea, you know, of how much you could get next turn, depending on how things go this turn. But I'm gonna get a Blast Forge going because I want a wall at some point. And I'm going to get 2, well, at least 1 drone anyway. I don't have enough for another drone. So once these come in with summoning sickness, basically, so you can't use them this turn. That's why they're yellow. You have to wait however many turns it says here. Like this one just says 1 turn for each of these. So far, I've only found ones that have to take 1 turn to come into play. There is an early mission where you have this BFG, big friggin' gun, basically, that takes like 10 turns to cool down and charge up. So, but that was already on the field at the time, so just to keep that in mind. Also, well, we'll get into some more things as we go here, but basically I can just end my turn. Oh, they have a confirm phase now, which is fine. Usually you don't get a confirm phase. That's the first time they've done that. All right, got 6 turns until the enemy arrives. So we want to deploy at least 15 drones and 3 Blast Forges. So we're going to spend our time right now getting as many of these going as we can. Just to get that started. Leftover gold is stored and can be spent in future turns. Bohemium is discarded, and so is the energy. So, you know, you do keep your gold along the way, so you can do that if you want to, you know, hoard a little bit for the next turn as it comes up. There's a trade-off to be had there as well, because sometimes if you don't activate all your drones, they can deflect damage as well. So there's a trade-off of, do you activate all your drones or do you use some of them to absorb incoming damage? Same with engineers and whatnot. We'll get Blast Forge going, and 2 more drones, I think. go. 15 drones. What are we at? 12 drones now. It's nice that you can hover over it and it'll give you a little tooltip telling you how many drones you got. So let's get, let's just get our number of drones that we need. I have 2 and 14. We need 1 more. I'll get an engineer going. Actually, you know what? I'll get 2 engineers. Screw it. We'll do 3. I don't really need 3 though, do I? I don't need 3. You can do Control Z or backspace to undo your stuff, which is nice. I'll just bank the rest of that gold. I got 3 turns until the enemy arrives. Let's get 1 drone, and we'll get the steel splitter is our basic attacking thing. You can see it's got a little sword icon next to it. The wall is just to block, and the Omega Splitter does 3 damage, but I think it consumes a blast forge every time you use it. So you have to kind of manage how that works. Well, also looks a little bit like a transformer, almost not Optimus Prime, but like something very close to it. So let's put a wall down and a steel splitter. Get ourselves ready here. I think 15 drones ought to be enough. Yeah, 15 drones ought to be enough, I'd say. What we got here, right? Yeah. All right, got 2 more turns to prepare, so let's get another wall, another steel splitter, another wall, and we'll bank the rest. All right. Get some offensive abilities going here while we wait for them to arrive. All right, the enemy has arrived, and they've got shield modules and walls. So obviously we're gonna have to go through these in order to get to the things in the back row, because they are blockers. Gotta get rid of the blockers in order to get to the rest of it. Looks like they're here. That's it. I was expecting more of them. Let me guess. There are more of them. A lot more. Looks like 4 groups of them in total. All right, I got this. Yeah, they do tend to attack in waves, so it's a interesting little mechanic in the game. So I've got a potential of 42 blocking here, and they've got 8 pretty much. But they've got 5 attack, so gotta keep that in mind, because each wall takes 3 damage. Anything less than the total damage of the wall will just absorb it, and then I think it still can take 3 damage the next turn from what I've seen. So you have to do the full damage to it in order for it to actually be removed from play. So let's get our stuff together here. Let's get a couple more of these guys going. All right, and then I will activate all 6 of these. That gives me 4 damage. So we'll take on right. Yeah, okay, I got end turn, and then commit. For some reason it didn't let me actually select it. It selected it itself. That's weird. I guess because I didn't click on anything. Because normally you would click on it and say I want the damage to go here, but it did it itself. I guess maybe because of the blockers. I don't know. But anyway, we got 5 damage incoming, so we got to distribute it. So we lost the wall there. That's fine. 2 turns until enemy reinforcements. So let's get these guys down as fast as we can. Another wall up there. All right, let's go here and See, now it allowed me to select it, which is weird. I don't know why it didn't let me on the first one, but whatever. With sufficient attack, you can breach enemy defenses. Leftover damage can be assigned to any enemies you choose. Good, which I don't have any leftover damage, so end our turn and commit. We're still doing 5 damage, so do that. Alright, get all that going. Another wall. 2 more walls going, huh? Playing a little bit conservatively. Just slightly. And grab these and we'll go like that. There are those 2. Excellent. Alright, and that wall absorbed 1. Alright, we got a wave 2 that just came in with some shield modules and things. So we're going to do more of those, and really I should get another blast forge going so I can get some of these here. But we'll do that next turn. Alright, and yeah, see, it won't let me actually select it there. Okay. I wonder why it doesn't let me do it for that when these shield modules are out. It's weird. I don't know. Usually it lets you select where to go, but... Alright, 7 damage. Takes 2 of our walls down. This going. Let's get another blast forge going. We'll get 2 more walls. And... we got enough drones right now. Kind of holding on to as much gold as I can so I don't have that as a problem. All right, now that it did that, now I can select which other ones take damage. Huh. Okay. Interesting. All right. Do you know why the swarm-wielding interface uses a sword and shield for attack and defense? The same reason you still click that paper rectangle thing to read messages? Yeah, pretty much. Right. Weird interjection there. Let's do that. Another wall. Okay. For them, and I got more than enough left here. Okay, now we got a whole lot of things coming in on us. Let's get a blast forge going. Another wall. I do want to get these omega things in there, but I need the gold for it. Activate all our steel splitters. Alright, 10 damage incoming. That takes down a bunch of our walls. Let's do one of these guys. Alright, and hopefully I can get through their walls and stuff next turn. Or get through their walls this turn, and then we might lose an engineer or something along the way here. That, and take out a couple of the, so we got 4 damage. Let's take out one of these and one of those, or no, actually let's take out all of those because they're all doing 1 damage, so that's less damage incoming there. Alright, good. Our walls will hold out for this one. Alright, wow, it spawned a whole lot more in there. Alright, get this going. Let's get our walls back up as much as we can. activate these, activate the Omega. And, oh, I guess the Omega doesn't take the Blast Forge, huh? Oh, one of these did. I guess this, yeah, I guess that wasn't the one. The enemy could breach your defenses. Yeah, it's, yeah. So they do give you a warning that the enemy could breach my defenses. They're doing 16 damage, so that's what, 3? That's 12 here. 13, 14, 15. Yeah. How much am I doing? 16 here. They've got 5, 10. So then that would leave them with 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's highlighted these. That would leave them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll be fine. We will be fine. Yeah, I know. Really? I didn't break through. Oh, they were all +3. Okay. All right. They were 3 health, so I miscalculated. The game was right. I was wrong. Let's get that going. Let's get our walls up. That's still not going to be enough, though, is it? 3, 6, 9. We got 16 incoming. So, well, I don't have a warning yet. Now I have a warning. So what I could do is I could leave some of these unactivated, and they will absorb the damage coming in, so my drones and Blast Forge don't take it. So if I do, so this guy can absorb 6, but I need him to really attack, so we're going to do that. Let's see. That should take care of all of those. 8. See at what point. Okay, we'll get it at that point, right? So we can go as high as this, and then leave those guys there. And let's do that. And then we'll do that. And as many of those as we can do. Alright, so we don't have enough attack to take on the other ones. Alright. It's 14. Alright, so 5 more, so we're going to lose 1 steel splitter, but the other one will survive. There it is. Okay. And that's where all the strategy comes into play. I like that they give you a lot of feedback as you're going. It makes it a lot easier, because it's hard to keep track of all these numbers. There's a lot of numbers going on here, and I'm glad that they keep track of them for you. So what do they got? 14 there, so that's 3, 6, 9. So we'll do this, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So let's get rid of a couple of them. Now, 4 more down, and that gives them 10 to attack. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, okay. So we really only needed to leave 1 steel splitter there, and it would work. So let's go back here and do that. And then, oh, that doesn't actually, but that only gives me 2. Oh, you know what? That only gives me 2 damage then, so there's no point doing that. We'll just assign this damage as it was. There we go. Excellent. Only 2 walls this time. Not all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can get that far. That'll do some damage. There we go. Yeah, and now they'll take down my walls with their damage incoming. Very good. There we go. 3 walls ought to keep them at bay. They only can do 6 damage. So, activate all the things. Proceed and kabang. We have the upper hand here. I don't even really need to do this, but I'll do it anyway, just for the sake of argument. There we have it, friends. Victory. And we've acquired new blueprints to use. Combat training is now unlocked. Alright, very good. Well, that should do it. Hey, I'm at Centauri Robotics. How did you manage to destroy everything here except for the server room? I have really good aim. I can see that, and now I've ensured that all server communication has been completely disabled. I need you both back at the Guardian office for a debrief. Meet me there ASAP. Wow, does she always order everyone around like that? Her boss is worse. I'd rather brush my teeth with sandpaper than take orders from that jerk. What should we do with the bodies? Scrap metal. Scan them in. What the hell? What was that? A power surge? Holy crap, my inbox just got blasted with dozens of power alarm notifications. The bad kind. Guys, it's me again. Is there something wrong with the power grid? Solar generation isn't responding to any messages. Their camera streams are all offline. Damn, could be more trouble. Guess we gotta head over there and investigate the old-fashioned way. To the solar fields, friends. Let's do this, and then you can see a little. You can see also there's a expert challenge. If you unlock the entire episode, you go back and do a more of a challenge there if the initial one isn't good enough. So here we are. Looks as boring as ever. Power towers and mirror clusters look fine. Generators are still running and not a cloud in sight. Centauri, where everyone can enjoy endless, uninterrupted access to the sun's blistering rays. Would you prefer natural day-night cycles like they had back on Earth? That sounds fantastic. Maybe then I'd be able to get some sleep. Apparently, thermal solar generation was a lot more difficult on Earth. You needed a motor on every mirror to track the sun. Sounds like a huge pain in the ass. So where's the problem? Everything looks fine here. Should we go check around back? Hey, update from my end. We were able to locate the source of those gunboats. They're coming from a mobile robotic assembly machine called an exostructor. A structor? One of those fully automated mini factories from the war? Yes, one of those. It's been lurking out in the desert near the solar plant. The solar plant? That can't be right. What the hell was that noise? Guys, are you okay? Did one of the generators blow? Generator down. Also, exostructor located. Looks like we got company. We need to take it out. Good thing we brought the big guns. And press Q to quickly activate all of your drones. Oh, I wish they would have told me that earlier. That makes it a lot easier. Exostructor, what does this do? Creates malicious robots every turn. Great. Great. We have gilded drones, which give me two gold per turn instead of just the one from the regular drones. Okay. Let's get a blast forge. So obviously all these are keybound as well. And I need some more drones, I would say. Wow, that thing can even pump out protection for itself. It's literally a war machine. Know what else can pump out a load of other units? Not now, Logan. Dude, the Advocate has an automated defense system. It can create its own walls. Right. Well, I'm glad you brought the blueprints for it. Oh, he did actually bring the blueprints for it. It's 25 gold. So that's where our gilded drones come into play. Unfortunately, we need 3 power for those. So let's get an engineer out. And let's get some... Should I do a wall or should I... No, let's get some more drones. Because they haven't put any offensive thing out yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Oh, yep. Speaking of devil. Alright. So we are going to need a wall of some sort right now. Just to absorb that 1 damage coming in. And let's get some gilded drones. And get another engineer. Alright. Alright. Another gilded drone. We'll get... Oh... I kind of want to save up a little bit, but let's get a few more drones, I guess. Another engineer, maybe. Gunbot Forge. It's also going to be pretty bad, huh? That thing just make a gunbot forge? Looks like it. The machine that pumps out evil robots can also pump out machines that pump out evil robots. I can see this getting out of hand pretty quickly. Better get the Advocate built as soon as you can. Yeah, great. Alright, well, we'll do that. And we gotta get a bunch of money here. A bunch of money. What we need. That, let's get another wall up there. Just get me some more money going. Alright, another gilded drone or 2. And I'm just going to hide myself behind some walls here a little bit, because we're going to have 35 the next turn, it looks like. So I could actually get I need another blast forge. Let's do that, because we only need 25. So, alright, do that. Commit. Alright, it lied to me. I only got 18. Oh, wait, no. There we go. It did lie to me. I just forgot to hit Q. Alright, the Advocate 2. Get that out there. Get another gilded drone as well. And hope for the best here. Alright, we're going to lose a wall. So, let's do what we can. This drone's going. Click to gain 6 and construct a wall. Can only be brought once. Oh, you can't buy an Advocate again after you bought one. Okay. There can only be one on the field, but it constructs walls, which is rather nice, and gives you 6 attack, which is also rather nice. Do that, we'll get some steel splitters going. And another gilded drone, I think, or 2. And a regular drone. Alright, let's do that. It's generating all kinds of walls now. We're not going to be able to keep up with the amount that it's generating things. Did I get another? Oh, it built another one of itself. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Or Or, oh no, steel splitter. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. No, the advocate is what I was thinking about. Okay. Looking at crazy stuff here. I want to... They got 6 coming in here. All right. Well, we need some firepower downrange, I think. That going. These going. Get as much money coming in as we can. And another blast forge. Or 2 or 3. Alright. And I get enough stuff going down range that we can knock them for a loop quickly here. So we got a wall there. It's got to be 8 coming in, so we need another wall to block some of that. And activate these. That's 10. Let's get another wall and some steel splitters. Blast forge as well. Oh, nail biter here, friends. Okay, Q. And let's get all those activated so I don't forget them. Get another wall there. Or 2. As many steel splitters as we can. And... should I do a drone? Sure, why not? Now we're doing some damage. All right, now we're cooking with gas. All right, and Q. Let's get a couple more walls built, and a couple more steel splitters. Go. And that. We got 9 more that we can do, so let's take out these lowly gunboats here, because that'll reduce their amount of damage output. There we go. Now we're making progress. All right. Bunch of those going. We should have this in hand. Hopefully. Okay, and breach the enemy defenses by turn 9. Yeah, that was not. I just noticed the optional thing there. That's not happening. not at all. Not at all. More attack required. All right. If you insist that more attack is required, I will make more attack. I like them apples. Bang! Suck on that. Alright. It was not the prettiest victory in the world, and not the quickest, but it worked. Vivid drone. And the rogue exostructure has been eliminated. So it looks like those gunboats destroyed 3 of the turbine generators. The plant's power generation capability or capacity is down by 43%. Ouch, Centauri might have some trouble meeting the power supply contract with Zenith. More than ouch, Zenith gets priority if Centauri ever comes up short. That's just great. We'll lose power when the reservoirs run out, unless we can borrow some from Tar and Prime. The damn, do I ever hate begging. Let's get back to headquarters. Anya's there waiting for us. Hope she's figured out what the hell's going on. I'm sure she has. Doesn't she speak super intelligently? Do me a favor. What? Go stick your tongue in a meat grinder. He is starstruck. Alright, Scrap and Scrutiny, and then Vile and Comnet are the next ones in episode 1 Outbreak, but I'm going to stop there and tell you if you want to see more, you're going to have to go plunk down some cash. We got 5 missions completed there. I don't even know how many missions are ready yet in the early access, but in any case, that, my friends, has been Prismata. It is by Lunark Studios. It is currently in early access for $24.99 US. As always, I'll leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Please also note that I received a key for this game from the developer, so always take that into mind as you're doing your due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.